Welcome back to our journey through the Ten Commandments. In our last video, we explored the Third Commandment and the reverence we owe to God's name. Today we'll be diving into the Fourth Commandment, a beautiful invitation to rest, worship, and reconnect with God. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, you or your son or your daughter, your male servant or your female servant, or your livestock, or the sojourner who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. The fourth commandment is not just about taking a day off. It's about honoring God by stepping into the rhythm of work and rest He established at creation. Let's break it down together. The fourth commandment calls us to do three main things. Number 1, rest and worship. The Sabbath is a day to pause from our usual work and focus on God through worship, reflection, and gratitude. It's a time to recharge both spiritually and physically. Number 2, sacredness of time. The Sabbath is holy, a special day set apart by God Himself. It reminds us of His creation, His rest, and His desire for us to experience renewal. Number 3, inclusive rest. This rest isn't just for you. The commandment ensures that everyone under your care, even animals, has the chance to rest and reflect. It's a reminder of God's justice and compassion. So how can we honor the Sabbath in today's busy world? Setting aside time for worship. Attend church, spend time in prayer, or study the Bible. Whatever draws your heart closer to God. Resting from work. Avoid unnecessary labor and make time for spiritual renewal, family, and community. Trusting God. By pausing from work, we demonstrate faith that God is our ultimate provider. Why is the fourth commandment overlooked? Let's be honest, honoring the Sabbath can be challenging. Here are some reasons why this commandment is often overlooked. Cultural shifts. We live in work-centric societies that prioritize productivity. Weekends are often packed with errands or entertainment instead of rest and worship. Theological interpretations. Some Christians believe that Jesus fulfilled the law, shifting the focus to spiritual rest in Him rather than observing a specific day. Others view Sunday as the Lord's day, which can blur the line between Sabbath and worship. Lack of awareness or priority. In a fast-paced world, spiritual practices like Sabbath observance may take a back seat to other priorities. Misunderstanding the purpose. Many see the Sabbath as a burden, rather than the gift it truly is, a time for renewal, reflection, and connection with God. Reclaiming the Sabbath. The Sabbath isn't about rigid rules. It's a gift from God to help us rest, refocus, and realign our hearts with Him. Jesus reminds us in Mark chapter 2, verse 27, the Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath. Whether it's through worship, spending time with loved ones, or simply resting, the principles of Sabbath, rest, worship, and trust, are as relevant today as ever. Thanks for joining me for the exploration of the fourth commandment. The Sabbath is an important opportunity to honor God, trust in His provision, and find true rest for our souls. If you found this video to be helpful, be sure to like, share, subscribe as we journey through God's Word. In our next video, we'll move into the fifth commandment and discuss the importance of honoring our parents. What does it mean to live out this commandment in today's world? Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Until then, take care and embrace the rhythm of rest God has given us. See you next time.